Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable judges, respectable the audiences here. Let's take a moment and think about how much technology is part of our life today. From the way we work to how we shop, and most importantly, how we communicate, it's everywhere. It's woven into the very fabric of our existence. But here's the catch. While technology has made life easier, it has also raised some serious questions about its impact on our social relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that nearly 61% of Americans report feeling lonely? Yup, actually, this is a shocking statistic from a 2021 Cigna study. And it's not just a number, it's a reflection of a deeper issue. We live in an age where we're constantly connected, yet more people than ever before feel emotionally disconnected from the world around them. Think about social media for a second. People post pictures of their perfect lives, creating this thought reality that can make others feel inadequate or worse alone. It's a paradox of our age. We're more connected than ever, yet more isolated than ever. This is a problem we can't ignore. So the big question is this. Can technology, the very thing many blame for social isolation, actually help us strengthen our social bonds? The answer is yes, that can, but only if we use it in the right way. Well, audiences here, let me introduce myself. My name is Asif Azmi and I'm from Nurul Jadi Junior High School, going to inform you about my simple speech in the title is Behind the Screen, Building the Real of Relationships in a Digital World. Ladies and gentlemen, let's step back and define what we mean by social relationships. According to the Oxford Dictionary, social relationships are connections we share with others based on common experiences, values, or interests. They include families, friends, colleagues, the people who matter to us in one way or another. And now, how does technology fit into this? Well, Dr. Sari Tarkal, a professor at MIT, shares that technology can indeed be a tool for building relationships, but only if we use it mindfully. In her book Reclaiming Conversations, she says that technology should never replace face-to-face interactions. Instead, it should enhance our ability to connect and communicate more frequently and in more meaningful ways. From my perspective, technology is like a powerful tool. When used right, it can bring us closer. For instance, video call. Think about it, you can have a family dinner on Zoom or catch up with a friend across the globe with just a click. Technology helps bridge the gap between physical distances. It keeps us connected in one's unimaginable ways. And Dr. Tarkal agrees. She believes that using technology to foster real, meaningful conversation, whether through video calls, text, or social platforms, help us feel seen and heard. But here's the key. It's all about balance. Technology should enhance human interactions, not replace it. Unfortunately, we still have a big problem. Many people use technology to push us farther apart, not closer together. For example, social media often encourage shallow, surface-level interactions. It's easy to like a photo or comment or post. But how much does that deepen our relationships? I'm sure we've all been in a room full of people, and each one glued to their mobile phone, scrolling through social media or texting. Meanwhile, the people right in front of them are left feeling ignored. This is the paradox of connection. We feel more connected, yet we're isolating ourselves emotionally. It's a dangerous cycle that we need to break. Ladies and gentlemen, so what's the solutions? Well, we need to be more intentional about how we use technology. Let's take a page from the growing trend of digital detoxes. When people unplug, disconnect, and reconnect with the real world and the people around them. No screens, no distractions, just genuine face-to-face interactions. Another great example is how we use apps like Zoom or Google Hangouts for work meetings. These platforms help teams collaborate in real time, no matter where they are. They foster productivity, but they also maintain the human connection that's so crucial to any relationship. And think about families. With tools like WhatsApp or Facebook, families spread across continents can still keep in touch. And last year, I witnessed a family in my community, scattered across 3 countries, stay emotionally close through regular video calls. Even with thousands of miles between them, technology helped them maintain strong, meaningful relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, now here's where we come in. As individuals and as society, It's time to commit to using technology more responsibly. Having the tools is one thing, but what matters is how we use them. And audience is here. Now I challenge each of you to ask yourself today, how am I using technology in my relationships? Is it helping me to connect more deeply? Or am I just consuming information? Ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up, technology can absolutely be a tool for strengthening our social relationships. But we must be conscious of how we use it. Simon Sinek, the author and speaker, once said, the quality of our relationships is determined by the quality of our conversations. So, let's make sure that conversations we're having, whether in person or online, are meaningful, authentic, and focused on building real connections. Only then can we truly use technology to create the world that's not just more connected, but more emotionally fulfilling for all of us. Well, audience is here. Maybe that's all that I can deliver in this golden opportunity. Thanks for your attention, and last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.